Just imagine standing on the stage of the Metropolitan Opera. Your concert sold out, standing ovation, the audience on their feet. Wow, a dream come true, right? But inside, a quiet voice is saying, I am not sure I deserve this. This is not a fictional scenario. This is something Renée Fleming has described as her own experience. And this is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. I'm Dr. Maja Jankowska, a clinical and counseling psychologist and founder of Beyond the Spotlight Psychology, where I work clinically with a lot of different performing artists, including opera singers. So, welcome back to The Performer's Mind. This is a series where I look at psychological journeys of iconic performers. Remember, not to diagnose them. That's not the purpose, and it would be inappropriate and unethical. It's really to understand what their experiences can teach us about our own struggles and our own lives. So today we are looking at the experiences of Renée Fleming. For anyone who doesn't know her, she is widely considered one of the greatest sopranos of her generation. My God, 5 Grammy Awards. I think 18 nominations, 18. The Presidential Medal of Freedom, performances at the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony, the royal wedding, the Super Bowl, honestly, you name it. She has sung at the world's most prestigious opera houses for decades. And yet, throughout her career, she has spoken openly, candidly, and really thoughtfully about self-doubt, the fear of failure, and the difficulty of internalizing her own success. In her memoir, which was titled The Inner Voice, she writes with remarkable honesty about psychological landscape of a performing life, about the gap between external amazing achievement and internal experience. This is what I think makes her story so valuable for performers, but also anyone, including people who perhaps are not creatively gifted or are not on stage. Because she's not describing a problem that actually went away with the success or when the success arrived. She's describing a pattern that persisted alongside her incredible success. Fleming has described the experience of receiving praise and being unable to fully take it in, of finishing a performance that went really well and immediately focusing on what was imperfect, not even celebrating her performance, of the standing ovation landing and some part of her remaining unconvinced. In clinical terms, this is called the discounting pattern, discounting the evidence, the positive evidence. It's one of the most consistent features of the imposter phenomenon. Positive feedback arrives, and the internal filter immediately explains it away. Oh, they are just being generous. They didn't hear what I heard from the inside. Oh, the audience is not the most critical. The achievement gets attributed to the external factors, like for instance, luck, or the conductor that was really good, or amazing acoustics, or the audience's mood. And so the internal record stays unbalanced and really largely unchallenged. Mistakes are stored and really paid attention to. Evidence of inadequacy is kept very carefully. But genuine achievement, genuine praise, genuine success gets discarded before it can even settle. And over time, this creates something very painful. A performer with decades of extraordinary work behind them who still does not feel certain that they belong on that stage. If you are watching this and recognizing something familiar, I have a free quiz on my website that helps you identify your specific imposter type. It's really fun to do, very quick, 5 minutes to do, interactive, so go away and try it. there are 5 types of imposter phenomenon, and each one kind of requires a different psychological approach, different tools. So once you've done that, you can, if you want to, you can look at videos in the series on imposter syndrome, and they come also with specific exercises. Anyway, so why does this happen? It's really interesting to think about it. Why would someone with Renée Fleming's achievements, her training, her track record, still struggle to receive positive feedback? Because taking in a compliment fully requires a particular kind of vulnerability. It means allowing yourself to feel genuinely good about your work. And for many performers, that feeling is uncomfortable. It feels exposed or precarious. If I believe that this performance was truly good, what does that mean for the next one? Now, there is a standard to maintain. Now there is something to lose in the future. Staying in a position of self-doubt can feel paradoxically more manageable. Because self-doubt is familiar. It is the ground that the nervous system knows very, very well. Pride and satisfaction, by contrast, feels less stable, less safe. Fleming has also spoken about the particular psychological weight of performing in a field where evaluation is constant, very subjective, and very public. Opera is a world where a single review can shape your whole career. And I've heard opera singers speak about this, I won't go there, but yeah, it's a real struggle, right? One critical voice, one critical review, which can really affect your career. So this critical voice is never really far away, whether it's external or internal. So in this environment, the discounting pattern makes a certain kind of sense, because in this situation, you are kind of bracing yourself, preparing yourself for the criticism before it arrives. You are kind of ready. If I don't fully believe the praise, the criticism will hurt me less. It won't be as painful. What I find most valuable about Fleming's openness is this. She did not wait until the self-doubt resolved before continuing to perform. She kept showing up, she kept creating, she kept accepting the roles, the stages, the international engagements, not because that internal noise stopped, but because she found ways to work alongside it. In her later career, she has spoken about therapy, about self-reflection, about developing a more honest and more compassionate relationship with her own work. And I so wish this experience to be shared with everyone else. This shift from kind of automatic dismissal to genuine consideration of positive feedback is not about becoming arrogant or uncritical. It's about building a fairer internal record, allowing achievements to count and to land, allowing praise to be heard, considered, and sometimes simply believed. This is a psychological skill, and like all skills, it can be developed. If Renée Fleming's experiences resonate with you, if you recognize the pattern of achieving and then immediately discounting, of praise arriving and something in you arguing back, then that pattern has a name, and it's worth understanding it precisely. My completed series on imposter syndrome is on this channel, 7 episodes covering 5 different types in depth. Have a look in the description and like I said, do a quiz and find the right video for yourself. I'm Dr. Maja Jankowska, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Performer's Mind.